Alright, so here we go. We got just a tangent function, so we don't really need to do any other substitutions. I do notice there's a tangent squared x, but I don't want to do any other trig substitutions because that would introduce a different trig function, which would just make it harder, be further from the answer. So I'm just going to factor out tangent. I don't divide both sides by tangent or anything like that because then I lose some of my roots. So I'm going to factor out a tangent x, and that leaves me with tangent x when I divide this, and when I divide that by tangent x, it's just a plus 1. So that gives me two equations to solve. So there they are, and I'm going to solve this one first. So tangent x equals 0. Remember that tangent of an angle is the y over x. So tangent x is going to be 0 when y is 0, because y over a number gives you, or 0 over a number gives you 0. So that's going to be here and here. That's where our y values are 0, or our sine values are 0. So that's going to give you x is 0, pi, and 2 pi. And then we are looking at where does tangent x plus 1 equals 0? Well, that's going to give us tangent x equals, subtract 1 from both sides, -1. So tangent x is going to equal 1 when the y and x values are the same. The only time the y and x values are the same is when we're dealing with, the 45-degree reference angles, right? Because then our y and x value ratios are going to be the same, and we want it to be a -1, and that's going to occur when the signs are different of the sine and the cosine. Negative sine and a negative cosine and a positive sine, or a positive cosine and a sine. So it's going to be at these angles. They're 45-degree reference angles. So that'd be 180 minus 45. That gives us 135 degrees. And then 360 minus 45 is going to be 315 degrees. So if you want those in radians, these are our pi over 4 reference angles. So this is 4/4 minus a fourth is 3/4 pi. This is 8/4 all the way around the circle minus a fourth is going to give us 7/4 pi. So then that's 3/4 pi and 7 pi over 4. So either of these would be sufficient.